Welcome back, everybody. Today's tutorial will go over an example of annotation. So let's go through one that I have never done so I can explain to you how to do that. Before we do that, let's log in. Move the pointer to the blue bar on the top of the screen. On the upper right hand side, there is a login. And please put in your login ID and the password. So, okay, yep. On the lower left hand side, it says hello. Then put the pointer to the blue bar at the top, collect collection, and with all the zeros, with mostly, you can tell by entity of zero, then it never done anything. So, like, do this. Review 19 that'll be assigned to me. Yeah, so this is a 7 sentences review. Before we do annotation, I just want to point out of a few things. One is, first one, patients sometimes restate the fact, and the fact doesn't really have any sentiment, so we don't annotate it. And another one, for example, the first sentence, the perfect example, bread is amazing. We understand it's good, but the thing is, how we gonna categorize it? We don't know what's amazing about. We know it's pretty positive. So, and that's thing we try to avoid. We at least have some context. Even there is a sentiment, but we need a context so we can relate that sentiment to the context. That's helping our algorithm to really figure out. So the first sentence, I won't do anything. So the second sentence, say he is very smart, straight Stanford grad, and really knows how the body works. To me, is positive, and so I would give this sentence a sentiment. So when you point and click, highlight the whole sentence, release it, so there's another screen pops up. So entity type for the whole sentences, that's the approach. We select a top-down approach. Highlight the whole sentence first, then the whole sentence belong to the event type. So, you know, based on this sentence, I would say doctor performance, that category. And this is what I think for each annotators. Just do whatever you believe, your honest opinion. If it's not, and put a, if some category was not done, so put in the select miscellaneous. You can write a notes out here. So after you select the event type for the whole sentence, you select the polarity is, positive, negative, or neutral. So here is select positive. Confidence is as annotator yourself. What's your confidence level? I would say, yeah, as a medium because it's still missing some context. That's just me. Could be either way in medium or high. After you select it, see this sentence here, the brackets, select the whole sentence, that's event type, and also with the sentiment. And then the next level work, you choose the entity. And I think this determine why the sentiment is positive to me. So when you collect that, see the entity type. This entity is more of keywords, key phrases, that really make you think the whole sentence is positive. At least is one of them. So, and a sentiment, any sentiment for the whole sentence could relate to one or more than one, keywords or phrases. So here, only one, smart, that's too general. It's not really related to patient. So I select doctor performance. Here, you click OK. Just remember, keyword is on entity type on the left side. And so click OK. Then the next thing is When you move back your pointer to the whole sentence level, see when it's highlighted, and click and hold and point that to the keywords or phrases. And when it's highlighted in its own color, release it, and another window pops up. So from this event level, which is a sentence, to this entity level, which is a keyword or phrases, then the here always select target, click OK. Here you will see a line that point this whole sentence to this key phrases. This is all doctor performance related, which I selected. So this sentence I think is done. So the next sentence is much more physical in the hand. He's much more physical in the hands-on than more chiropractors. So you're really getting a lot from his visit. So I think this whole sentence is positive. So highlight the whole sentence, release, and the doctor performance I think is positive. My confidence level is high. I click OK. Then, hands on. I think just repeat this process. So point to that, then click OK. And the fourth sentence, I have been seeing him for upper back pain and post ACL, hamstring, and knee problems. He has helped me so much. So this one is a fact. It doesn't show any sentiment. And so I personally, I don't think it's worth annotate. So then we go on number 5. He used Graston to scrape the muscle as well as his hands and the fingers to provide relief. That's another fact, just to describe, you know, the treatment. So there's no sentiment. It also give you strengthening exercise and stretches to help solve the problem long term. So I think personally, this sentence have some positive feeling on there, and because the doctor give patient some long-term exercise and solve the long-term problem. So that's why I give it a positive, and to help solve the long-term problem, I think it is related to the doctor performance because that's helping patient for the long term. Again, pointer to the event, which is sentence level, click and hold and drop to the keyword when the keyword highlighted in its own color, then select OK on the new pop-up window. I highly recommend bread. I think is positive, and I don't know which one is a category. I think it's a pooh. This is either way because the sentence that's really related to the previous, sentences. So here I would say overall confidence level I'd be positive. Confidence level is medium. Okay, and I think this highly recommended. It's an overall clinic. So that's why it's in zone color. Click OK, then connect to this to that. That's it. So that's annotation. After it's done, you can go back to the collection, you select another one, and you have never done. So for example, this one, so you can start another one. This one's too long, so I don't want to overwhelm anybody. So That's about annotation is about. So if you have any questions, please send me email. I can schedule a walkthrough. We can walk through some examples on either on Skype or Zoom. I can set a meeting for several people. So just let me know. And thanks again for your contribution to really empower the patient. Any of you guys didn't get the pink socks, please email to me and take a picture, share on the Facebook, share on Twitter, Instagram. You're part of this big empower patient movement. Thanks.